Have you ever felt like there's an unseen world just beyond your grasp? Maybe you've caught glimpses of shadows at the corners of your eyes or sensed a subtle shift in energy that you couldn't quite explain. What if I told you these aren't mere coincidences, but signs of latent ability waiting to be awakened? In today's episode of the Circle of Mystics podcast, we're pulling back the curtains to reveal insider secrets to develop your clairvoyant abilities, step by step. So get ready to peek beyond the veil and unlock the mysteries that await you. Hi, I'm Richard Tracy, visionary of Circle of Mystics, where I help spiritual seekers, mystics, and psychics build confidence in their intuitive abilities, discover powerful new techniques, and master their psychic gifts. If you're listening on Spotify, follow the podcast. And if you're joining me on YouTube, hit like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And I'm broadcasting from the ancient depths of the forest in the Great White North. And I bid you good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be across the world's 25 time zones, drifting through the illusion of space and time. And I'm so grateful that you have found your place here. Welcome to the Circle of Mystics podcast. Let's get started. You know, not too long ago, I felt trapped in a cycle of monotonous days that blurred into one another. I was working in a bar soaked in toxic energy, the kind of place where laughter was hollow and smiles rarely reached the eyes. Each night, I'd stand behind the counter, the clinking of glasses and the murmur of discontented patrons serving as the backdrop to my overwhelming dissatisfaction. Inside, I felt like a shadow of myself, longing for something more, but unsure of what that was. Even though I occasionally experienced flashes of clairvoyance, like glimpses of light in a dark tunnel, deep down, I was afraid to believe that I might actually possess these abilities. The idea seemed too extraordinary, too out of reach for someone like me. Every morning, I'd wake up with a heaviness in my chest, dreading the days ahead. I remember looking at my reflection one day and hardly recognizing the person staring back at me. Is this all there is? I wondered. My passion for mysticism was simmering beneath the surface, but self-doubt kept it locked away. Thoughts like, who am I to think I could help others? And what if I'm just fooling myself? They played on repeat in my mind. I couldn't shake the nagging feeling that I was meant for more. Have you ever felt trapped like that? Knowing deep inside that you're destined for something greater, but feeling paralyzed by fear and uncertainty? It's a lonely place to be. Yeah, I've definitely been there. I know what it's like. One night, after an especially draining shift filled with irritable customers and endless noise, I couldn't bear to go straight home. The walls felt like they were closing in. Instead, I wandered aimlessly until I found myself on the edge of a nearby forest. The air was crisp, and the silence was stark contrast to the chaos I just left behind. As I stepped among the trees, the world seemed to slow down. The moon cast a silvery glow, illuminating the path ahead. Then something caught my eye. A soft luminescence surrounding the plants and trees. It was as if the forest was alive with a subtle energy I hadn't noticed before. Wisps of light flickered in the corners of my vision. I blinked. I was wondering, is this real? Or Are my eyes playing tricks on me? But then a gentle realization washed over me. These weren't illusions. They weren't hallucinations. They were real. And so was the calling that I felt deep within. In that moment, a thought emerged with startling clarity. It's time to embrace who you truly are. I still remember it very clearly. It was like a lightning bolt struck my head in that moment. A surge of emotion flooded through me. Hope, excitement, and a hint of fear. But this time, the fear didn't hold me back. Instead, it propelled me forward. I knew I couldn't ignore this calling any longer. The very next day, I woke up with a sense of purpose I hadn't felt in years. Determined to explore this newfound conviction, I set out to find resources that could help me. That's when I stumbled upon a quaint, tucked-away bookshop that seemed to appear out of nowhere. It had an old-world charm, with shelves crammed full of forgotten tomes and the scent of aged paper filling the air. As I browsed, a simple, unassuming book seemed to almost call out to me. It was called Clairvoyance and Occult Powers by Swami Panchadasi. It wasn't flashy or ornate, but something about it resonated deeply within me. I picked it up, and when I did, I could feel a current of energy from that book going along my arm and into the essence of my being. I knew I had to have it. That sold it for me. I distinctly remember that feeling vividly, like it was just this morning. That evening, I immersed myself in its pages, absorbing every word. One technique stood out. I'll never forget it. A method called Developing Astral Senses. I was like, damn. And I gotta know what that is. It promised not just to awaken clairvoyant abilities, but to provide control and discernment, teaching how to turn these abilities on and off at will. This was exactly what I'd been searching for. I committed myself wholeheartedly to these practices. Each day, I'd meditate, focusing on opening my third eye and balancing my energies. I set clear intentions, asking for guidance and clarity. Slowly, things began to change. I started receiving insights more vividly and could access them when I chose. The doubt that once clouded my mind began to shift. On a return visit to the bookshop, I noticed a peculiar ring-bound booklet nestled between two hefty volumes. It was tucked away in a corner, and you could have missed it very easily. It was clearly different. It was photocopied pages held together with staples and titled Collected Wisdoms. You can tell when something's been photocopied like 100,000 times. It has this strange effect on it. The date, it said dated 1874. I was intrigued. So I opened it to find 3 segments of works that somebody had compiled into this vignette type of thing. The first was an excerpt from Madame Blavatsky. This segment discusses the unveiling of hidden truths. The second portion was titled Astral Dynamics by Robert Bruce, delving into the astral plane. The third was completely different. It was all handwritten, and it said, but it was the title that it just captivated me. It said, quote, Piercing the Veil, end quote. When I saw that, I don't know what it was about seeing that handwritten piece of work in this combined with these other two pieces of work. My heart raced. I started to read it right there, this piercing the veil technique. And it was as if the universe had placed this very guide into my hands. This method offered a deeper level of clarity and control over my clairvoyant abilities than anything I'd encountered before. I couldn't wait to try it. That night, I followed the instructions meticulously. As I visualized the veil and me piercing and stepping through it, a profound sense of connection enveloped me. Images and insights flowed freely. Yet, I felt grounded and in control. It was a transformative experience, one that confirmed I was on the right path. And that feeling, it's hard to put into words, but that was something that I was missing. And that was something that gave me a level of certainty I was longing for. I felt more aligned with my purpose and confident in my abilities. The fear and doubt that once held me back were replaced with excitement and a deep sense of fulfillment. So, I want to share these insider secrets with you so you too can unlock your clairvoyant abilities. I understand that some of this might sound unbelievable, but I encourage you to keep an open mind. These abilities aren't reserved for a select few. You too can tap into them with practice. Technique 1, Developing Astral Senses from Clairvoyance and Occult Powers by Swami Panchandasi. This method helps you control your abilities using discernment and turning them on and off at will. Here's how to do it. Meditation and visualization. Spend time each day meditating, focusing on quieting your mind and visualizing the opening of your third eye. Imagine a gateway to higher perception becoming accessible to you. Energy work. Okay? Engage in exercises to balance your chakra system, especially your ajna or third eye chakra. This enhances your psychic sensitivity. You feel the energy centers aligning and harmonizing. The other component of this is intentional activation. Before attempting to access clairvoyant insights, you have to set a clear intention. By doing this, you ask for guidance and clarity specifically. That's the key. You affirm that you are open to receiving messages for your highest good. When I first applied this technique, I noticed subtle shifts almost immediately. I began perceiving energies and insights with greater clarity, and the overwhelm I would feel started to dissipate. So that brings us to number 2, piercing the veil meditation. Once again, from that book, Collected Wisdoms. This is an advanced technique, and it allows you to access deeper levels of consciousness. How to practice it. Number 1, find a quiet space. Choose a time and a place where you won't be disturbed. Create a serene environment that supports deep meditation. Part 2, set your intention. This is so key. You clearly state your desire to safely explore deeper levels of consciousness. You might say, quote, I intend to pierce the veil between the seen and unseen for my highest good. That's what I did because that's what it said in that book. The third part of this, you visualize the veil. So you imagine a thin, luminous veil before you, and it's a boundary between the physical world and the spiritual realm. The fourth part is piercing through. So you visualize yourself gently parting the veil. When you do that, even right now, I'm feeling a sense of energy just saying this, a shift in it. But you'll feel a shift in energy as you enter into that new space. Here's the fifth part, controlled exploration. After you do this, you'll be open to any images or sensations. Practice focusing on letting go as needed. Trust what comes without judgment. Finally, returning ground. So you visualize stepping back into the physical world, allowing the veil to close behind you. Ground yourself by focusing on your breath or touching a grounding object. That could be anything, chair, or whatever it is. I still practice this technique, but when I first tried this technique, I immediately felt a heightened sense of clarity. It was as if a whole new dimension had opened to me and I could access insights with ease. My ability to discern, which is a crucial skill to have, was bolstered significantly with this. And that transferred over into my personal life. And yeah, it's excellent for that. Now, technique number 3, the Mystic Pathway, Psychic Power Priming. This is from my book, Secrets of Psychic Development, a Quick Start Guide, which you can get for free. This meditation prepares your aura to receive psychic information. You can also get, for a limited time, the accompanying meditation that's guided for this as well. So I'm going to link to that in the description below. The 4th technique, is also from that book, called the Mystic Sight, Activating Clairvoyant Power. This is a personal technique that I've developed, and it combines crucial elements that have been very profound and have elevated my clairvoyant abilities. So this technique works hand in hand with the Mystic Pathway to enhance your clairvoyance. This is also in the book. Make sure you download a copy of the book. There's a link to it below, and that will walk you through exactly what to do and how to do it. Now we're going to talk about number 5. This is called Crystallizing the Aura. There are different ways you can approach this. There's a tradition taught in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. I'm not going to be talking about that one. I'm going to be talking about a more Vedic, the one that different swamis practiced. So there's different names for crystallizing the aura, but that's a fairly common term that people know and understand. Hence why the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn adopted that name too. This practice strengthens your energetic field, makes it easier to perceive subtle energies, and protect against negative influences. You essentially strengthen an outer shell in your aura. It also activates your chakra system, making your energy more contained. It's easier for you to choose what you allow in, and it's harder for low vibrational energy to enter because it's crystallized. So here's what you do. You begin with grounding. Stand or sit comfortably with your feet flat on the ground. You take several deep breaths to center yourself. Visualizing your aura as a luminous field surrounding your body, extending about an arm's length all around you. Here's the crystallization process. You infuse it with light. You visualize a brilliant white or golden light descending from above, filling your aura with radiant energy. Then you solidify this energy. Imagine this light transforming into a crystalline structure, strong, clear, and reflective. Then you're going to set the intention. You will mentally affirm, quote, "My aura is crystallized and fortified, enhancing my clairvoyant abilities and protecting my energy," end quote. Now we will take a moment to feel the shift. So take a moment to sense any changes. You might feel lighter, more focused, or notice a tingling sensation. This is the last step, which is regular maintenance. Practice this visualization daily or whenever you feel the need to strengthen your energetic boundaries. When I first incorporated this practice, I noticed a significant improvement in my ability to maintain clarity and focus, and it also helped me to feel more secure and less affected by external negativity. I'm sure many of us can relate to taking on energy that's not our own. And this practice is designed specifically to help us maintain our own energetic integrity. Each of these techniques has the potential to unlock doors you didn't even know were there. You might be wondering if this is truly possible, and I assure you, with dedication, it absolutely is. And if you're feeling excited but unsure where to start, I've got something that can help you. I've created the Psychic Confidence Power-Up Package, a comprehensive guide that dives deeper into these techniques and more. There's guided meditations, step-by-step instructions, a one-on-one session with me. You get access to the Secrets Psychic Training Vault, lifetime access, and there's tons of exclusive courses and meditation in there. And it's designed to support you on your journey, whether you're beginning or looking to enhance your existing abilities. For a limited time, I'm offering a special discount to podcast listeners. There's never been a better time to invest in your spiritual growth. Right now, it's 75% off, and all you have to do is put podcast, and you will get it for $111. Here's what you can do right now to get started on your journey. Download the free ebook pinned below, Secrets of Psychic Development, a Quick Start Guide. It's packed with tips and exercises and includes the Mystic Pathway Psychic Power Priming. It's, once again, it's the link below, and it's totally free, and you can get started with your journey today. Join the Facebook community, where you can connect with like-minded individuals in the Circle of Mystics Facebook group. You can share experiences, ask questions, get support, grow together, and there's exclusive content in there as well. Click the link below and get access. I can't wait to see you there. Finally, explore the Psychic Confidence Power-Up Package. Take advantage of this special offer and take the next step on your journey. There's a link below. Remember, use the discount code PODCAST and you get it for a significantly reduced rate. It's normally about $1,300, and you can get it for $111, only for a limited time. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Your journey into the unseen realm awaits, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. My name is Richard Tracy. Thanks for listening today. Take care.